What if I told you that a small investment in the right tech stock could turn into millions? Many assume those explosive opportunities are a thing of the past, but the real potential is hidden in overlooked sectors. Ever wonder what it feels like to discover the next big thing before everyone else? In this video, I'll showcase 3 technology stocks with remarkable potential that could transform a modest investment into life-changing wealth. These companies are tackling massive challenges in security, quantum computing, and cancer treatment, with market projections showing growth of up to 2,900% this decade, creating a perfect storm of opportunity for informed investors. Did you know that the next technological revolution is already happening in 3 specific industries that most investors are completely overlooking? While everyone's eyes are fixed on familiar tech giants, the real wealth-building opportunities are quietly developing in sectors poised for exponential growth over the coming decade. When we look at how ordinary people have transformed modest investments into life-changing wealth, the pattern becomes clear. The strategy centers on identifying tremendous growth prospects before Wall Street catches on. This is precisely how a $1,000 investment can potentially grow into $1 million over time. The problem is that most retail investors are looking in all the wrong places. They're pouring money into household names like Apple, Microsoft, and Google, companies that, while solid, have already experienced their hyper-growth phases. The truly explosive returns come from identifying tomorrow's giants today, when they're still emerging disruptors tackling fundamental problems. Let's take a closer look at 3 sectors that represent exactly this kind of opportunity. First, consider the security robot market. This technology functions like a digital watchdog, reinventing how we protect our communities, businesses, and public spaces. By 2030, this market is projected to reach $182 billion, reflecting a fundamental shift in our approach to safety and surveillance. We're moving from reactive human-based security to proactive, AI-powered systems that never sleep, never lose focus, and can monitor areas no human could cover alone. With security transformed through automation, let's explore how computation itself is being reimagined. Quantum computing represents the biggest revolution in processing power since the Internet itself. With a projected market size of $1.3 trillion by 2030, quantum technology will transform everything from drug discovery to financial modeling. The computational abilities being developed today could solve in seconds problems that would take today's supercomputers millennia to crack. From computing breakthroughs, we move to innovations saving human lives. The oncology market is expected to expand to $480 billion by 2027, driven by breakthrough approaches to cancer treatment. We're witnessing a shift from the brutal one-size-fits-all approaches of traditional chemotherapy to precision therapies that target specific cancer cells while leaving healthy tissue untouched. These advances are potentially adding years of quality life for millions of patients worldwide. What makes these 3 sectors particularly compelling is that they're solving fundamental human problems. Security technology addresses our basic need for safety. Quantum computing tackles the limitations that have held back scientific progress. And cancer treatments speak to our most primal fear, the loss of health and life itself. When companies solve problems this fundamental, the potential rewards for early investors can be extraordinary. History has shown us this pattern repeatedly. Early investors in Amazon who recognized the future of e-commerce saw returns exceeding 1,000 times their initial investment. Those who understood Netflix's vision for streaming entertainment before it became mainstream experienced similar growth. And early Tesla shareholders who recognized the inevitable shift toward electric vehicles have watched their investments multiply exponentially. These success stories share a common thread. They all identified untapped markets before they became obvious to the average investor. They saw the potential size of the market, understood the fundamental need being addressed, and had the patience to let these investments mature over the years, not months. The security robot, quantum computing, and oncology markets represent similar opportunities today. They're in that sweet spot where the technology is proven enough to be viable, but still early enough that most investors haven't recognized their true potential. This is precisely where the opportunity to turn modest investments into significant wealth exists. While everyone's distracted by flashy tech headlines, a quiet revolution is unfolding in the security industry. Knightscope is deploying autonomous robots that never sleep, never lose focus, and can detect threats human guards might miss. These aren't futuristic prototypes. They're already patrolling shopping malls, hospitals, and neighborhoods across America, fundamentally changing how we protect our communities. Knightscope's autonomous security robots have the potential to make human security guards obsolete while saving countless lives. Their technology is operational today, not just theoretical concepts on a drawing board. These robots come equipped with an impressive security arsenal: 360-degree cameras that continuously monitor surroundings, thermal imaging that detects human signatures in darkness, and sophisticated license plate recognition systems identifying vehicles at remarkable distances. The true innovation emerges when these systems feed into Knightscope's AI-powered threat detection algorithms, creating vigilant security sentinels. Traditional security suffers from three critical vulnerabilities that Knightscope directly addresses. Human guards inevitably experience fatigue. Conventional approaches react to incidents rather than preventing them, and rising personnel costs force businesses to compromise security coverage. Knightscope's solution operates continuously, detects unusual behavior patterns before incidents escalate, and delivers comprehensive coverage at a fraction of traditional costs. Since deploying Knightscope robots in our shopping center, we've seen a 35% reduction in security incidents and significant cost saving, reports a mall manager in California who was among the first to adopt the technology. Beyond the cutting-edge hardware, Knightscope's innovative service model redefines security cost structures. Their robots serve dual purposes as both crime deterrence and evidence collection systems. Their presence discourages criminal activity, something particularly intimidating about a robot that records everything. When incidents occur, the robots capture high-definition video evidence from multiple angles with timestamps and location data. Rather than selling robots at prohibitive prices, Knightscope deploys their machines as a service, making advanced security accessible to diverse clients. Their robots monitor shopping centers for everything from shoplifting to potential mass shooter scenarios, protect valuable hospital equipment, and create persistent neighborhood security presence that traditional patrols cannot match. This approach delivers true 24/7 coverage without human limitations. While guards need shifts, breaks, vacations, and sick days, Knightscope robots maintain uninterrupted vigilance, translating directly to improved security outcomes and significant client cost savings. As the first major player in autonomous security robotics, Knightscope has established competitive advantages through early market entry, accumulating valuable operational data that continuously improves their AI systems. They've developed comprehensive training and support for robot operators, creating a service ecosystem that extends beyond hardware and generates new tech and security sector jobs. Potential investors should consider regulatory hurdles in this new legal territory and public acceptance challenges. Some communities express privacy concerns with robot security presence. Knightscope's leadership team balances financial goals with a genuine commitment to improve community safety, creating technology that protects people more effectively while reducing risks to human security personnel, an approach aligning with investors seeking both returns and positive social impact. Beyond Knightscope's security innovations lies perhaps the most profound technological shift of our lifetime. Traditional computers have hit fundamental barriers in solving certain complex problems, but quantum computing shatters these limitations entirely. Quantum Computing Inc. stands at the threshold of commercializing technology that completely reimagines what's possible. Unlike conventional computers that process information in bits, zeros and ones, quantum computers harness the strange properties of quantum mechanics. They use quantum bits or qubits that can exist in multiple states simultaneously through a phenomenon called superposition. Think of classical computing as riding a bicycle along a single path, while quantum computing is like piloting a supersonic jet that explores all possible routes at once. This fundamental difference creates exponential processing capabilities rather than linear ones. This represents a genuine computing paradigm shift. Today's most advanced supercomputers struggle with certain types of complex problems essential to scientific advancement. Accurately modeling molecular interactions for new drug development requires computational power that simply doesn't exist in the classical computing world. These limitations have created bottlenecks across industries where complex simulations remain unsolvable. What does this mean for the future of medicine and finance? The possibilities are transformative. Enter Quantum Computing Inc., positioned at the cutting edge of this revolutionary technology. What sets them apart is their dual focus on developing both hardware and software components needed for practical, real-world business applications. They're building the complete ecosystem necessary to bring quantum technology into commercial reality. Perhaps most impressive is their commitment to democratizing access to quantum computing power. While tech giants develop quantum systems primarily for their own use or for leasing to the largest corporations, Quantum Computing Inc. is creating solutions designed to be accessible and affordable for businesses of various sizes across different industries. This strategy could accelerate quantum adoption throughout sectors that would otherwise be left behind. In healthcare, quantum computing could transform medication discovery and development. The current drug discovery process typically takes over a decade, partly because traditional computers cannot model the complex interactions between drug compounds and human biology with sufficient accuracy. Quantum computing could simulate these interactions with unprecedented precision, potentially reducing development timelines from years to months and saving countless lives in the process. Financial institutions stand to gain immensely as well. Quantum computers can process complex financial models and analyze market data at previously impossible speeds. This capability enables sophisticated trading algorithms and risk assessment models that could give forward-thinking investment firms a significant competitive advantage. For investors in Quantum Computing Inc., this represents not just the growth potential of the company itself, but the value they create for entire industries. The path forward isn't without challenges. Quantum Computing Inc. faces technical hurdles in scaling their technology to commercial viability. The quantum states these computers rely on are incredibly fragile and susceptible to environmental interference. Additionally, they're competing against deep-pocketed tech giants investing billions in their own quantum initiatives. These challenges, however, mirror those faced by every major computing revolution throughout history. From mainframes to personal computers to mobile computing, each wave of innovation was initially dismissed as impractical before fundamentally transforming how we live and work. Quantum computing represents the next frontier in this evolutionary chain, with potentially even more far-reaching implications. While revolutionary quantum computing reshapes digital possibilities, a small biotech company called Vivos is quietly transforming something even more fundamental: how we fight cancer. Imagine a cancer treatment so precise it can target tumor cells directly while leaving surrounding healthy tissue virtually untouched. This isn't science fiction. It's Vivos' radiogel technology, and it represents one of the most promising advancements in cancer treatment of the past decade. For generations, cancer treatment has followed a distressingly primitive approach, flooding the entire body with radiation or toxic chemicals in hopes that cancer cells die before healthy ones. Anyone who's witnessed a loved one endure these treatments knows their devastating toll. Hair loss, extreme fatigue, compromised immunity, and dramatically reduced quality of life. These effects stem directly from treatments unable to distinguish between healthy and cancerous cells. Vivos' radiogel technology takes a fundamentally different approach. It delivers radiation with microscopic precision directly to tumors using yttrium-90, a radioactive isotope that emits low-energy beta radiation. This radiation travels just far enough to destroy cancer cells while sparing surrounding tissues, like a surgeon's scalpel rather than a sledgehammer, providing precision when precision matters most. Consider a patient with an inoperable tumor near vital organs. Traditional treatments would leave them debilitated for months with uncertain outcomes. With radiogel, they could receive targeted treatment with minimal side effects, maintaining their strength and quality of life throughout the process. A transformation that extends beyond survival to living well during treatment. What makes radiogel particularly valuable is its versatility across multiple cancer types. The delivery system can be adapted for notoriously difficult-to-treat cancers, including liver, lung, pancreatic, and prostate tumors, precisely the types that have historically resisted conventional therapies due to their sensitive locations or treatment resistance. This precision creates another significant advantage: the ability to deliver higher radiation doses directly to tumors. Traditional radiation must limit dosage to protect surrounding tissue, often leaving some cancer cells intact. Radiogel's targeted approach allows for more complete tumor destruction, while preserving patient well-being throughout the treatment process. Behind this innovation stands a formidable team of scientists, engineers, and medical professionals dedicated to revolutionizing cancer treatment. Their expertise translates to continuous refinement of the technology and strategic positioning within the medical establishment. Vivos has already secured FDA clearance for radiogel in treating certain tumor types, a crucial milestone demonstrating both safety and efficacy. They're conducting additional clinical trials to expand approved applications, building the foundation for widespread adoption throughout oncology. Despite these advantages, significant challenges remain. The medical establishment tends toward conservatism when adopting new treatments, and pharmaceutical giants possess tremendous resources to protect their market positions. However, these obstacles highlight the opportunity ahead. As radiogel continues demonstrating clinical success and securing additional approvals, its adoption could accelerate dramatically, particularly as patients increasingly demand treatments that don't diminish quality of life. From an investment perspective, Vivos represents a unique opportunity. Unlike speculative biotech companies pursuing theoretical treatments, Vivos has already crossed critical regulatory thresholds and demonstrated real-world effectiveness. As their technology gains traction, early investors could see remarkable returns while contributing to a revolution in cancer care, one that treats tumors without devastating the people fighting them. So what's the truth about building wealth through tech investing? It's about identifying innovative companies solving real-world problems with massive potential. Companies like Knightscope, Quantum Computing Inc., and Vivos. Research shows that diversification can reduce volatility by up to 30% in tech investments. Before investing, conduct thorough research and honestly assess your risk tolerance. Building wealth through tech requires patience measured in years, not months. The path from $1,000 to life-changing returns isn't guaranteed, but by focusing on companies at the intersection of innovation and market opportunity, extraordinary returns become possible. Start your research journey today. In future videos, we'll explore more emerging tech investment opportunities.